All right, I think we're live. We'll certainly find out here. There's bound to be issues today. Just trying to. Before we even went live, YouTube was telling us that our connection was not good, something like that. Oh gosh, and now are we dropping more frames? This is gonna be so annoying. Could there be one stream, just one stream where I don't have to deal with like on the fly, technical issues where I'm trying to troubleshoot them? That'd be cool. Just cross your fingers. Cross your fingers for it. Hopefully whatever I just did worked. But welcome back, everybody. We're just gonna do the best we can, and if it's not in the cards for today, it's not in the cards. We'll find out. So welcome back. Please, everybody who's joining us, remember to hit that like button for the video. Help us get into search. Help us get visible to all of our wonderful subscribers out there. And we're going to take a look at the charts here. So welcome back. Good to see everybody. Justin Moon, MK, Chris Johnson, 1994, Let's Ride on Two Wheels. All fan members. Sebastian, Haska, Live Art, Jabriel, our newest patron. Welcome, brother. Ellery, Stable Genius, Matthias, Jan, Ultra Chaos, Steve, my boys. What's up, guys? Welcome back. J Bull, the legendary J Bull, is back. He is the what is that? He is the groundhog of Bitcoin. So we have to ask him, J Bull, did you see your shadow? Did you see your shadow? Do we have 2 more weeks, or we'll check in with him in just a little bit. So it does seem like our connection is pretty stable. Don't know what was going on. That was very odd. Looks like the Discord link, does it work? All right, cool. All right, we started off with maybe some problems. Now we're looking all right. Great to have everybody. All right, so Discord link is refreshed, pinned at the top of the chat. Make sure you're in there if you're just joining us. Best way to keep up with our live streams. Let's make sure to pump that like button. You guys have been doing an amazing job. I appreciate it. And we'll see. We'll see if subscribers are working again. Hopefully. So let me know, guys, in chat if you subscribe, if it doesn't give an alert. I have an open ticket with everybody. And we're dropping frames again. How are we dropping frames? This is really annoying. God. Well, fingers crossed that we stay on. Typically, when we have these problems, YouTube kicks us out. Oh well. YOLO. So let's get into the TA. Screw it. Not gonna worry about it. We're just gonna TA into the storm, see what happens. So we had what looks like a pretty nasty sell-off, right? But people were a little spooked. Let's put it into some perspective. Yesterday we did touch a new all-time high, and as usual, new day, new chart. So we have a fresh chart here. New all-time high yesterday at 24,300. And we sold off, right? A little bit of selling. Let's see. Let's see. 9.75%. Not really a sell-off. Certainly that is a lower low as opposed to the 17th of December. 9.75% though. Let's go ahead and label this in our chart as well. So sold off as low as 21,913. But what's important, and as we always do, is let's get some perspective. Let's zoom out and look at this. So 10% pullback, that can be spooky, especially for people recently entering. They may feel a little jittery here, but maybe I can give them a reason not to worry. So we look out at the monthly here. This isn't a crazy monthly candle. It's still solidly green, nice wick below. Yes, we have a tiny little wick on top now, but you zoom out to the monthly and no damage has really been done. Literally no damage has been done. Nothing has happened yet. So the monthly kind of shrugging off this move. We look at the weekly. This was the first day of the new week. So currently not the most beautiful weekly candle, but coming off of last week's God candle. Not that concerning again. We do see kind of a pattern here. There's 6 days left in this weekly. Always keep that in mind. 6 days left. So what we see right now is not giving us any valuable information. We don't want the weekly necessarily to close like this, but there's 6 days. We're 21 hours into the first day of 7. This candle is not going to be helpful. Not going to be helpful for really any kind of analysis. But what we can see is that we have this pattern going on. We have these strong green-bodied candles, doji, top-bottom wicked, small-bodied candles. So this is really par for the course right now. This candle we're seeing, though unlikely to close right here, par for the course. That's exactly what we've seen in the last 6 candles. So far, oh God, YouTube, no. No, YouTube, no. Why are you buffering? Why? We're getting the buffering. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. And this is a smooth channel. Smooth channel. So smooth streaming is very important to us. I have no explanation as to what's going on here. And almost certainly everyone is about to get disconnected if that continues. I just don't understand. What? Give me one. Let me shoot a message, make sure it was worth a try. To the lady to make sure she's not, I don't know, downloading, uploading, side loading, whatever, something, real quick. Okay. Oop. Oh no, I have to end that with a heart emoji. Else maybe she'll think I'm being mean. Okay, stream is healthy again. God, this is gonna be a thing today. This is definitely gonna be a thing today. Garrett. No, grinds my gears. Dropping frames. Dropping frames grinds my gears. If you're experiencing any kind of lagging, buffering, try refreshing. Hopefully this smooths out. God, yeah, stop for a second. Brian Rodriguez is watching my streams have been trash lately. Dude, yeah, sorry. My bad, man. I'm doing my best, brother. If you don't want to watch that, you know, that's fine with me. It won't hurt my feelings. But I do need that fiber. We don't have it here. I'm going to close this. So let's hope that helps. All right. For now, it says it's healthy again. We're just going to keep pushing through. So the weekly, you zoom out, we get a little perspective. Not really what we might have experienced in the moment in the last 24 hours. So look at MACD. MACD even saying that despite this being a pretty ugly candle that's very far away from closing, but it's saying on MACD, even if it closes right here, that this is still gaining buying momentum on the weekly. So unlikely, as I said, 6 days left, unlikely to close here. Certainly we'll see volatility, likely to see a higher price and a lower price by the time this closes. But closing at this price is on track. It's on momentum on the weekly, on track, still gaining. Really not a lot to worry about. Weekly RSI looks great here. Looks great here. We have the highest point in price, highest point in RSI, at least locally. So on the weekly, we're really not looking at any kind of danger at this point. Bring it into the daily. Daily here, maybe suggesting losing some momentum. That's not great. That's not wonderful. We do have a lower high in RSI locally on the daily. That could be bearish divergence. So there are some warning signs. For sure, there are some warning signs on the daily. They're saying, watch out. Keep an eye. You know,
it's the Russians, Tom. If that was a sell-off, I'm Santa Claus. Santa, 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 Santa.
Santa, Santa, Santa. It's the Russians. I don't know. Maybe it's the Russians. But thank you, Steve. Thank you, brother. Appreciate the 5. It was great chatting with you yesterday. We didn't stream yesterday. We had Patreon one-on-ones. Talked to like 70 of you guys. Great conversations. We have the best crew by far. So daily suggesting here, this is the first sign of some slowing momentum. Weekly not showing it. Daily is. So what should we have in mind here? We should have in mind here that the weekly is more important than the daily. The daily is showing a little weakness. So as this week progresses day to day, we should be looking at the weekly. We should be looking at MACD and seeing, is that daily momentum loss, is that translating out into the weekly? So far, not yet. That's going to be what we're keeping an eye on, at least in the next few days. There is 2 hours to close in this candle on the daily. So it is possible that this changes. Not looking super likely yet. It is possible though. But you never count a candle till it's closed. This isn't closed yet, so let's kind of leave it be for the moment. It's not the end of the world here. It hasn't even retraced down to the daily TK line. So I'm not worried yet. Not worried at this point. Now we haven't gotten any pullback. People are praying. They're praying for a pullback. Oh man, they're praying for a pullback. We haven't gotten one. It will happen. I'm not convinced yet that this is it. Not convinced totally yet that this is it. If we look at a local retrace, we would be looking at 20,668, something like that, down to 19,894, which is essentially the previous all-time high. That would be the 0.5 to the 0.618 retrace. Pretty typical in a retrace scenario, but man, this really hasn't made much progress to the downside when you zoom out. So daily is not ideal, but weekly is looking much stronger. And here's what I was eyeing yesterday while we were doing the one-on-ones. Literally, I think it was Steve, Ultra Chaos Steve, my boy. We were chatting while this was happening, and it did continue to sell a little bit. But what I said to Steve and what I'll say now, and we're going to check out to see if this is true. I literally have not checked, so I don't know. With such a sharp sell-off, we can see that the volume is pretty low, but with such a sharp sell-off, like the price change happened, the majority of it happened in 2 quick segments. What we would expect to see is our indicators, such as MACD and RSI, really, whatever you use, should reflect this. Spurts, those quick moves that don't go very far. What you expect is your indicators to really pull down hard and make lows. So hopefully it's visible on the 4-hour. We're going to zoom in if we need to see it. But what we're going to be looking for is bullish divergence. We have this sharp candle. We can see on the 4-hour, this is by far the largest red candle we've seen in quite some time. Single red candle. That's the important part, is that it happened it happened quickly. Okay, we have to look back to maybe the 26th of November to start seeing candles of similar size. So this is likely to be the largest or the hardest pull to the downside that we've had since that time. So let's take a look at RSI and MACD. That's what we see. So we do see that. Looking at RSI here, we do see that pull down did exactly as what we would expect, bringing RSI down as low as 47 on the 4-hour time period. And then we see we did have some lows here before that rally. These lows were much higher than today, than this pull down here. And so we're going to look for bullish divergence. Do we have it? Well, we have a lower low in RSI versus earlier. And if we look at price, that previous low before the rally was down at 19,000-ish. This one pulling down only to 21,900. Let's just call it 22. So that can be easily identified as bullish divergence. Let's see what MACD has to say. MACD agrees. MACD is in agreement here with the exact same formation. That's wonderful. It's always great when they're not conflicting. Leaves a lot less guessing involved. So we see that MACD set actually not just 1, but 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 I guess we'll have to call this 3, 3 iterations of this. We see a much lower low on our MACD histogram here versus earlier, and that's the exact same movement. That's the exact same timing as this RSI. So we have MACD and RSI saying that there is potentially bullish divergence between these lows. That's a cool thing. That's very cool. Very nice. We do as well see that the highest point in price, however, was not the highest point in RSI on the 4-hour. Let's make this a little smaller. You see the highest point in price was actually on the 20th. So we did have some bearish divergence here as well. Clearly, that did play out. But now more locally, meaning this low happened more recently than these highs. More locally, we have this bullish divergence. So we may look for a bounce. Bounce would be totally logical in this scenario. Especially, I'm not as concerned with this 4-hour bearish divergence for one reason, and that reason we discussed the other day, but we will take a look at it again just to refresh and share it with anyone who might have missed it. The high in RSI in this 4-hour move up was great. The last time RSI was higher was actually in April of this year, so really showing strength. We've had a lot of issues from the July move. We've had a lot of issues from late October's move. And 4 hours saying, although we are selling off and we do have some bearish divergence very locally, in the macro picture, the 4-hour looks healthier now, having put in this higher high. So awesome. You know, we've been waiting forever. Price kept moving up. And RSI just kept failing 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times to set a higher high. This finally happened on the 4-hour, and that's a good signal, in my opinion. Not necessarily meaning in the next like 10 hours that's going to be important, but if this run is to continue, that sets it up for a much healthier run overall in the longer term picture, even though we're only looking at the 4-hour. Still unable to even get below the 4-hour Ichi cloud. Okay, here's a little concern. Here's a little concern I'd have here. So if we whip on our Bollinger Bands, you guys know I love this tool. Highly recommend, if you're not familiar with it, get familiar with it. This is something I'm not a huge fan of. The 4-hour Bollinger Bands. Let's get rid of this so we can actually see it. We see price did test the bands as support. That's what we would expect. However, on that sell-off, we did lose it. We sold off below the Bollinger Band, which is typically okay as well. I am failing to draw today. And here's what I don't like. We did hit the bottom, sold out a little bit farther, kind of oversold, but market brought it back into our range here on the 4-hour. And then we see that the Bollinger Band, the middle band, was tested here in the last 4-hour candle, was tested and did not break back through. That's not ideal. That's not ideal. It's typically support and resistance from Bollinger Bands in the middle in any time frame can really translate out into a bigger move. But luckily, that rejection didn't really go anywhere. You know, the candle did close lower, and we see immediately, it's only been 2 hours since that close, price has been bought back up. So what I'd like to see in the next 2 hours is I really would like to see price close above that Bollinger Band. That price at the moment, let's take a look. I'm just going to add the label because I want to know the exact value. Close enough. Close enough. 23,385. So not only is that going to be where we want to see this 4-hour candle close, it's also likely that price wants to test it. In my opinion, because that would be due to just the lack of real response to rejecting from that band. So it did sell off, really didn't make any significant movement to the downside, and we can see in the last 2 hours it's already bullish engulfed back. This candle is still open, and that, you know, I always say it, can't count an open candle, so We don't know if it's going to close bullish engulfing, but this does show, at least for now, that that rejection isn't the biggest of deals, when it really does always have the potential to be. So that's a solid sign. What we also see on the 4 hour is the bands are tight. They're very tight. Nice. We pointed this out before in other time frames, but here on the 4 hour, we can see on the 20th, so yesterday, these bands became very tight. And you know, this is a little bit of just observation mixed with technical analysis when I say this. But the fact that these bands got very tight, that suggests we're going to see a move. We're going to see a move either to the upside or the downside. We don't know. But with them being this tight and then selling off below the middle band and then rejecting again, the fact that we didn't have that big move show to the downside is kind of comforting. That was absolutely on the table. I'm kind of glad I didn't stream 2 hours ago, because I might have been a lot more bearish than I would be right now. With the bands this tight, we're going to expect a big move up or a big move down. We rejected from the middle band. That typically is a setup to reject down, and we didn't get it. So we may have been spared. May have been spared from that. We see that the sell-off on the 4 hour didn't even make it to the 50 moving average. Really, the more you zoom out, the less important, or the less meaningful this downside looks. This looks like a solid area for price to move to. 4 hour band, yep. Talking to myself while I stream. Okay, we have the 50 is curling down on the hourly, the 100's pretty flat, the 200 is moving up. Price is likely here. I know it's very close already, so this isn't really a profound statement, but price is very likely to test this 23,260 simply because we see the 20 crossing down on the 100. High probability that it wants to go give that level a little test. So let's actually take our fib tool out. Let's see where we are on this retracement. I don't think we did this already. Oh, well, perfect. For people who don't use fib retracements, another tool highly suggests you just start dabbling with them. So what we're doing here with this tool is we're connecting the high point and the low point of this move, and we can see that price very quickly moved to the 618 retracement, golden retrace. This also this lines up with where the 4 hour hit that middle Bollinger band and sold off. And so what's pretty cool is I'm building confidence here as I go through this. I haven't done this yet today. Is we did see a rejection from that 618 and at the same time the 4 hour band. And those two things combined had the potential to really send this thing down. However, that's not what happened. It's not what happened. Really what we saw is rejection from the 618 and then a bounce from the 382. So what we're going to look for in the short term is we're going to look to see either the 618 or the 382 be broken, and that may give us a little insight as to what direction this move's coming, because the 4 hour is saying something's coming. A big move is coming. Volatility is coming. But we don't really know which direction yet. So if we can retake that 618, that would be above 23,359, lines up really well with that 23,386 on the 4 hour. That's likely going to lead to some more upside. If we lose 22,793, likely to see more downside. So we have a little trading range established for the day. We haven't done this for a while, but this is likely to see movement that is not really important in this box. Ranging around here would not be super, like no move in this box is really going to be meaningful. But we are looking for this. Yeah, getting ahead of myself. We are looking for this, the daily close / this 4 hour close. We would like to close in this green area back above that band. Let's look at the 1 hour. Didn't even look at the 1 hour's indicators here. Okay, we did look at moving averages. 1 hour's under the cloud. All right, whatever. Here we go. So we're talking about how just the speed in which price changed. Very few candles. This is a 3-hour period where we see Bitcoin really lost most of its value in this sell-off. And we combine that with the single 1-hour candle here. So that really drove our indicators down, really pushed them down. And so let's see, we have a very low point in RSI here on the hourly. We see it touched as low as 27.6. We hadn't been down at that range for quite some time. December 8th, December 9th. That's 11 days. 11 days on the hourly candles is a long time. So this is the previous lower point to today. So let's see where price was. Price was right here. $17,647. So while there's technically no bullish divergence there because the lower point in price is a lower point in RSI, there isn't any between these points. But if we look more locally similar to what we did on the 4-hour, we might actually not have divergence either because this is the lowest point. Yep. I guess we really just have no divergence on our lows, and we do have the highs similar to the 4-hour, really the same setup of bearish divergence. So this really sets us up. This sets us up for kind of two scenarios here. This is on the 1 hour, so this is very only really impacting short time frames. This is more of like a short term, what price is interested in doing. We really don't have much on the hourly here. There is no divergence on our lows. The lowest point is the lowest point in price, and our highs have had bearish divergence. There's nothing new. Man, might not have an edge on the hourly. This could be me kind of searching for something that whenever we search for something in TA, we always find it. And that's something I kind of try to make you guys aware of when you're doing your own TA is if you search for it, you'll find it. And this might be an example of that, so take this with a grain of salt. But we do see MACD made a lower low versus that same low we were looking at on RSI. Oh no, this isn't. Oh yes, it is. Interesting. This is really weird. That's unusual. So this is actually a different low, which price must have been much lower at that time than it is now. Yep. Back here. Spicy. This is kind of spicy. So while RSI doesn't show bullish divergence here on these lows, MACD does, and that's interesting. That's really kind of odd. But MACD might be suggesting there is bullish divergence, as MACD is saying that the sell-off here was actually a stronger sell-off momentum-wise than late November. And so that would suggest bullish divergence. I would prefer to see it on RSI though, to really have confidence in it. So I'm not gonna make any bullish declarations based on that. However, it is something to keep in mind, especially as we don't really seem to have much else to go off of here, other than which direction does it break first in these fib retracements. You know what I'm going to do? Rare peak. We're going to do a rare peak at a lower time frame. We don't do this often. Take a rare Tom Crown peak at lower time frames. That is an ugly 15-minute cross. All these moving averages are moving down. That's not ideal. Let's look at the lows here, though. Nothing. Nothing. Well, lower time frame's not really helping us out here in any significant way. But something we can observe, and we were looking at this on Patronite, might as well just point it out again. is, so we see some similarities, or at least MACD is looking at some divergence between these lows, between these selling periods. What we see here is this was a 16% sell-off. So I'm going to mark that here because I'm not going to be able to think and keep these numbers in my mind at the same time. Then we had this little sell-off here as well. 9%. Let's actually take it down to here. 11%. Yeah, let's take it down to there. This is minus like 11.6%. And then let's look at this one. So we don't know for sure. We don't know for sure if this is done. But so far, let's see if this fits the pattern. 9.8. That fits pattern pretty well. We're seeing these retracements get smaller. Provided, obviously, we don't have more downside here. This would fit the retracements in price, or the pullbacks getting smaller and smaller. And this is like this is a trend that we've seen since March. We really only have 2 significant pullbacks / retracements since March before these. Although I guess we could consider this one as well. 11%. That might, anyway, significant ones. These are both about 20%. And so what's really actually important about all of this is all very weird. 20% retracements on the way up to break an all-time high is not really what we would expect. It's not what we've seen in history. Typically, we've seen 30, 40, 50% retracements. So to see 20%, 16%, this doesn't really fit the model that we would expect in history. And as these are getting smaller, that fits the model even less. However, this doesn't mean that we can't have still those 30, 40% retracements. To me, really what it suggests is maybe there's more upside. And then from that upside, then we see these 30%, 40%. So I don't know, 13 or 35,000. I'm just picking random numbers. I'm not saying this is where price is headed right now with no pullback. This is kind of just kind of a thought experiment to provoke all of your minds out there. If prices to move to 35,000 and then retrace 30%, that brings us only back to about 25,000. That would kind of logically fit with what we've seen. We've seen these moves up in price and then small pullbacks, but these pullbacks never really make it. They never make it to a level where selling was profitable. The only exception to this is these arguably the May 7th 20% and the September 1st 20%. Arguably, these are the only 2 times since March where selling was really the successful trade. The 16% I suppose you could also consider as well, but you have to think that's if you're selling the exact top and buying the exact bottom. That is, there's unlikely even a single person that made that trade exactly. So that really cuts down on what profit was able to be made on these moves. And it seems like that's getting tighter and tighter. And so I believe that it would make sense in this like kind of model to continue having these small retracements till we get to a point where we get a large one.
Chocolate rain, some stay dry while others feel the pain.
Chocolate rain. Harry Wilson, thank you, brother, for the 5. And I know you love it. Maybe I'll collab with Chocolate Rain Guy. Probably not. Yeah, basically what I was saying is these pullbacks aren't allowing people to get back in, and something like that would fit kind of what we might expect then. We may see a move up with a large retracement, but that large retracement never really comes back to a point where any of the significant selling gets to rebuy. This is just me kind of hypothesizing, but it makes sense. It makes sense to me. I guess I'll say game theory. If I were the person controlling this price action, that would make sense to me. Cool, moving up. Look at the 12-hour. You know, I didn't look at the 12-hour, and I love the 12-hour. 12-hour, though, lining up. Last time we looked at this, it was losing momentum. That's starting to reflect on the daily, as we have our first daily candle showing the loss of momentum. $23,475 was the open of the previous. So that would be a fancy place to close this daily with 2 hours left. We're not seeing it yet. Not seeing it yet. You know, with no real signs here on the hourly, it is difficult to really make any kind of short-term edge. But what I would say is kind of do expect to see something on the hourly show. And what we could see is either a higher low where RSI gets pulled down hard again, but doesn't make a lower low, and then we could have bullish divergence. We could also see a lower low where RSI doesn't make a lower low, and then we could also have bullish divergence. Kind of expect that. It would be a little odd to see this. That would, it's absolutely possible, but we don't really see it. We don't really see the technicals that would suggest that. But this is Bitcoin. Bitcoin doesn't always care. Doesn't always care about them technicals, so. Really just gonna running through what we can look at this point. Not much. Not much. So hopefully we've been connected this whole time. Have we been? I think the connection's actually been good. That's surprising. That's really surprising. Cool. Cool. So I guess I can read chat. I almost like when there's not that much to be said in these intros, because I don't like the first hour of the episode just me rambling about TA and such. 37 minutes. Sorry, that's not bad. Shorter than usual. We are going to look at some of these altcoins that we're seeing some interesting movements in. Those would be Dogecoin, everyone's favorite meme. Elon Musk, the non-official CEO of Dogecoin. We're going to look at EGLD, Elrond. That's making some moves today. We were going to look at ZIL again. We've looked at ZIL every single day for the last multiple days, so maybe we'll skip that. UMA, catching my eye. And also, let's be honest, Decred catching my eye as well. So I actually don't have all those charts pulled up. Let me pull them up. I don't even know if I have an EGLD chart. And pull that up. Whatever. I'll pull ZIL up. The old ZIL, man. I can't even say no. And Decred. Definitely want Decred. What we're gonna do in the meantime? Is I'm gonna set 2 alerts here. This way we can freestyle TA. You guys can see the price of Bitcoin right underneath the stream window above me. To the right. Wait, up there. I don't know. You guys can see it. I can't see it. So I like to set these so that I know if we see a move in Bitcoin while we're doing these other coins. Let me just set these alerts. And we're gonna jump into it. Does look as if it's heading back. Does look like it's heading back, like we kind of we're speculating on the 4-hour here. Back to the 20. The 20, interesting, the 20 is still moving up. The direction of moving averages is something that I think, the direction they're moving, whether that's up or down, is something I think people don't pay enough attention to. 4-hour could be losing momentum as well. All right, all right. Okay. As soon as I look away, it's going to do something. So let me check out the chat first. Maybe we'll go by popular demand. See who else is here. Let's see who's here. If you're here, let me know. I guess no one's here. Clearly, this alert box / Streamlabs, clearly it's not picking up on subscribers again, which is a huge bummer. I love shouting out everyone who subscribes. The last few days, for whatever reason, it's not picking up on them, which is a huge bummer. So I do apologize. If you've subscribed during this episode, you deserve a shout out. I don't know what to do about it though. I've opened tickets with like everybody. YouTube, Streamlabs. I think it's some kind of global issue. So if you do subscribe during this episode, make sure you say something. That way I can acknowledge you. And if you haven't yet, please do subscribe. We are so close to 16,000 subscribers. It's amazing. Also make sure you hit the like button for this stream and get in the Discord. So there's the shill. Yo, Applegate Experience. What's up, my brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. Definitely everyone should be in the Discord. Apostolic Mind. What's up, brother? What's up to everyone in Arizona? Umar wants XRP. Sunday Sake wants F. What's up, Antonio Hernandez? What's up, my man? Umar. Where will it be in January? Scott Lux is here. What's up, my man? Subbed last week. It's cool. It is cool, man. Let's see. I'm scrolling up here for a second. Yeah, Andre Clawhammer wants a link. What's up, man? William Invests, my boy. How you doing, bro? Looks like it is coming back up. All right, so awesome. Do my bidding, Bitcoin. Jan Dodo, XRP, please. We have ETH, XRP, Crypto, Indomania. It said UMA. Yep, we already have UMA on the plate. But you know what? I didn't load it up. I'm not sure I have an UMA chart. Yes, I do. Take a look at that then too. Alpaca my bag. What's up, man? Been a while. I remember you from way back in the day. man. Pat R. What's up? People want to look at GRT. We can look at it. We can look at GRT. Yo, what's up, Tennis Hill? Tennis Hill. Huge shout out, Tennis Hill. Good to have you back. Lucas Murray. We can look at GRT, but there's not a lot of chart history. So what we can do with it is really speculative and not very high confidence. So we'll look at it by popular demand. You know what? I'll one-up you. By popular demand, we'll look at GRT. And not only that, I'm just going to add GRT to the title because everyone seems to want to look at this coin. So I'm going to add it to the title of the video because why not? The graph coin, GRT. We'll take a look at it. There we go. That's my promise that we'll look at it. It has now been added to the title of the video, which means I have to. I have no choice. GRT, USD. Although, what exchange should we look on? Probably Binance. Binance or Coinbase? Probably Binance. Alright, we have it loaded up. It's locked and loaded. That's my commitment. Brankovic. Can anyone tell me what kind of MACD he uses? I can tell you, buddy. So it's an indicator. It's free. It's on TradingView. I will say this. I don't necessarily think it... I mean, I prefer this one over the regular MACD. There really isn't a huge difference in general. I've kind of studied both of them. I'm just used to this one. So this is the one I use. But if you'd like to find it on TradingView, just type in CM_alt_MACD and it should pop up. It's by our bro Chris Moody. Shout out to Chris Moody, though I don't think he's ever been on this channel. The guy's name is on every indicator, every good indicator in the book. And the way you'll find it is it has almost 52,000 favorites. So it's the most favorited. So it should be at the top when you search. CM Alt MACD MTF. That's what I use. When I do use it, I go to the settings and I click off Show MACD and Signal Line. I don't use those for MACD. So that is how you at home can have the MACD look just like mine. I really don't think it's any better or worse. I just kind of prefer the color scheme. I have issues with colors. It kind of helps me. I just heard that noise go off, but nothing happened. The little coin noise. Anybody else hear that, or am I going crazy? Wouldn't doubt it if I was going crazy. Too many charts, man. Dang it. Alright, so I just confirmed that the subscriber alert is not working. Sorry, guys. I just confirmed it, though. That's a bummer, because that's like one of my favorite parts of streaming is shouting people out. Zill Envy, we got that. Major Meta Carpole. GRT. Max Eden, what's up, Dodge? Alright, that's all I'm scrolling up. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Feel free to chat again, and I'll try to shout you out. Uma Duma. We'll see. I don't know. A lot of the time I pick these coins and I don't look at them first. I like to have a fresh look. John Wilson, KSM again. I could look at KSM. You know what other chart I could load up here I'd look at? Nexo. I don't own any Nexo. I'm probably never going to own any unless someone gives it to me or something. But I got an alert a while ago about it. I'm curious to see where it went. Life of Dom Trots. Is that it? Trotta. Looks like it's going up. What's up, brother? Who else is? Yeah, Coinbase IPO is... I don't know how to feel about it. I guess I don't see any like downside for crypto about the IPO. It does give the space a little legitimacy if Coinbase has a successful IPO. I'm kind of neutral on it, though. Kind of neutral on the whole thing. Javril, if you want more, if you want more views, title it GRT to surpass Bitcoin market cap in 48 hours. I don't doubt it. I bet we would have quite a few viewers. But it's not my style. I don't do that. Do that kind of BSing. All right, we're about to get into the charts here. I was just hoping anybody who I missed might say anything. Yo, Mr. Ulysses. You know what, Ulysses? Because you're my boy, I'll load up Rose. I'll load it up. Alright, we have like a huge list already of coins to look at, so that's cool. Our docket is locked and loaded. That'll give me stuff to do. Yeah, MK, I figured. I haven't looked at it either. What's up, False Flags? My brother. Made a couple G's today, that's good. Amir, and alpaca my bags. Alright. Binance outage was scary. Cheyenne, what's up? Yeah, the outages, they happen a lot. Sergey Doro, Zill, we already have Zill loaded up, so stick around, we're going to look at these. I guess we're going to look at them in order of how many people demanded them. Was that a good order or is that a bad order? I don't care. I don't really care. So something first, and my brother Ultra Chaos Steve reminding me, we do need to look at the dollar real quick. We're gonna just peek at the dollar. We're not gonna go in depth. We're gonna peek at it, and then we'll get into all those coins. Okay, for the first time ever, there is a little bullish divergence here on the dollar. On MACD, at least, we see a higher low on our MACD with a lower low in price. This is on the daily. However, RSI not reflecting that, so not sold on that daily bullish divergence. And guys, let's be real here. We were looking at 90.42, 94.20 as resistance. Oh Oh, that was okay. That was when Powell. I always get mixed up. Wasn't that? No, back here was Powell. I always get mixed up because it doesn't trade all the time. It did act as resistance. It looks like it acted as resistance again. That is not really a great sign for the dollar, dude. That is ugly. Opened up with a gap just to sell off. It does look as if it just kind of filled that gap, so it's not, you know, it could bounce here, but look at that daily candle. That's the thing nightmares are made out of. On the dollar, this is what the nightmare, this is like what the candle looks like on the daily. I would expect that in Bitcoin. But when was the last time the dollar had a daily close like this? We're not actually going to really look, but let's just try to eye it. Here, except this closed green. This closed a little more bullishly. This is the opposite of that candle back in September. This very well, this might be the largest top wick on the daily, on the dollar. Right here, the only other one that comes close that I can see is November 4th. And that's it. That is weird. That is so odd. You know, we see a whole year of data here, a whole year of data. And we look back and we don't see that. We don't see these crazy top wicks in any of these daily candles. There's some top wicks, there's some big ones, but these two stand out. November 4th and today. These two stand out so visibly from the rest of the pack. Wow. That's eye-catching. Likely, I mean, let's not lie, stimulus, the huge record-breaking $600 per citizen stimulus package, I think was what? I don't know if it was even confirmed as the House voted on it, I don't know. But they basically said that's what they're doing. Like $1 trillion stimulus or close. Not really great for the dollar as value in any measure. So you'd expect it to go down. We see the weekly momentum to the sell side still increasing. We could be, if we see a reversal here, we could see a weekly bullish divergence on RSI, but we'd have to see a reversal in the next few weeks. It's not looking super likely. Pretty much any time frame is still in the selling momentum side. We've seen the daily kind of fake out, waning momentum multiple times in a row now. With the stimulus all but okayed or locked in, unlikely to see that that rally that it needs to have that bullish divergence. And that's my opinion. IMO. Shooting star. It did fill the gap. That it did. Michael K, what's up, brother? Perfect stable. Sharpie genius. Gago strong. I'm so trolled by this, man. So it's not even just that Streamlabs doesn't pick up these subscribers. None of the bots do. They just like can't tell, I guess, that people are subscribing. That's pretty boring. So true. God. Taking away my favorite parts of streaming, these sons of... Alright, so before I get myself kicked off YouTube for swearing, let's get to these altcoins. Who is the winner? Who's the winner here? Let's look at Doge. I didn't care. I'm gonna look at all of the ones that I opened, but I'm gonna look at Doge because, I mean, it's Doge, man. It's freaking Doge, man. Also because I have some awesome... This is an old chart. Last time we looked at Doge, I do not remember. Do not remember last time we looked at Doge. But it is recorded. Someone wants to do that legwork, go back, find when the last time we talked about Doge was, and catch this. I love opening old charts and seeing that TA played out. So we did see Doge USD pair break 0045 resistance and then test but reject 0054 resistance. That is clean. That is clean AF, man. You break it, You hit the resistance, you sell off, you touch the previous resistance. It does look like a bounce, we don't know yet, but it looks like a bounce off of what was previously resistance. And what do you get then? You get support. 00452, maybe support. That's clean. That's super clean. 4-hour candles not closing below. We look at the 4-hour, we see the highest point in price is the highest point in RSI. That's great. Same with MACD. 4-hour looks great. That looks amazing. The daily, not quite there yet. Daily, not quite there yet. Reaching up, but still underneath November 24th's pump in RSI. So we could have bearish divergence. MACD not showing any signs of slowing down or weakness. That's just so clean, man. The TA. Fresh and clean. I don't even think we had this move last time we looked at it. So let's see. Measure move. 64. Does line up pretty nice. Oh yeah. All right. Well, there's really not a lot more TA to be done on Doge right now. We'll probably end up looking at it another day. Other than we have 0054 resistance above us, 0045 support below. A close above that resistance or below that support likely to lead to continuation in whichever direction. But what I wanted to point out here, because we were talking about this earlier on the 4-hour for Bitcoin, this is a really great example right here of that Bollinger Band topic I was telling you about. We saw the bands tighten or squeeze, and when we did, we saw a big move. We saw a volatile move. It doesn't ever really tell us if that means up or down, but you can see that the top and bottom bands stretch out during these moves and they untighten. And what really that suggested was, if this was a sell-off, it probably would have followed the bottom band here, similarly to how it followed the top. But really the whole point, band got tight and we got a volatile move. We were looking at that on Bitcoin in the 4-hour. So I just thought that was relevant because it's a good example. We see the 4-hour tightening. Again, doesn't really give us a signal. Doesn't really bias up or down. Just that volatility is likely on the way. I'm so proud of this chart. I want to know when I wrote this or when I drew this, because this arrow was just here, right up to this old was resistance. Beautiful close for Doge. All right. Beautiful close for Doge. We'll look at XRP. Look at XRP because there's a bunch of people asking for XRP. This chart has gotten crowded. Chart has gotten crowded. Let's start on the daily. Start on the Dizay. Not looking actually that bad. First things that stand out. Longer in play. First things that stand out. Not a huge fan of XRP's daily closing below this white trend line again. If you guys have been following, we have actually talked about XRP a lot lately here. Not typical of our channel, but it's been making interesting moves, so we follow the spice, man. On the 16th, awesome pump on XRP back up above this ascending trend, back into its bullish trend, but then looks like it sputtered out here right at our 58.12 cent resistance. Now that is not looking wonderful. It was fine until yesterday. No, it was fine until today. Yesterday it was fine. It did sell off intraday below our wedge but closed above. Today threatening again to close below the wedge. That's not ideal. So let's take a look and see what our indicators might have to say. there's going to be on the weekly, but we won't look at that on the daily. Weekly, there'll be some kind of bullish divergence. Here we go. Here is what we were looking at described in an indicator. So the other episode where we're looking at this, we're going to paint bullish divergence according to MACD at some point here on XRP. We don't know when, but the swing low here, much lower than the previous swing low and much higher in price, so it will eventually. It was looking really solid yesterday. If you don't look at today's candle, XRP was looking great yesterday because it had this large daily selling momentum that really cleanly started to wane off and all but stopped, all but flipped back to buying momentum until today. We got this little sneaky candle popping us back into selling momentum increasing. This is not closed yet, as I say. This day isn't closed yet. It can still move back up. It can still continue to show selling momentum is waning, but that's not a great sign. That is really not what we wanted to see here for upside continuation, at least for XRP in this moment. The 12-hour is pretty much agreeing with that daily there. Was able to flip bullish for a little bit, and just in this 12-hour candle, peaking back to selling momentum. Not super ideal. But the 12-hour, yeah, it's definitely going to show some bullish divergence on its lows here. We see how low XRP came in RSI on the 12-hour. That's a good thing. Down to 31. Price only hit roughly 45 cents versus really pick a low. Go back and pick a low. You have bullish divergence there. Here we are. Does look like maybe XRP's getting snagged by these Bollinger Bands on the daily here. The 20 moving average, just I repeat myself all the time because you never know who's here, new people. Bollinger Band, the middle, this is just the 20 moving average. Any time frame you're on, just 20 moving average. But the 20 moving average always seems to be powerful. This kind of does look like a rejection from that on the daily, but it's not really what I would expect. Not really what I would expect. If we look back at this run up on XRP, we can see price moved above the Bollinger Band, tested it as support, and then rocketed. So yes, it did have 2-3 candles where it kind of ranged above. Maybe we're seeing that again here, but this doesn't really fit. Doesn't really fit what we would expect from like a strong rejection. Looks more like this maybe. But the bands are tightening on the daily. Does look like it is going to make a move here at some point. Not too far future. What I do like here, so honestly, I don't have a very bullish outlook at the moment on XRP short term. That's what the chart's saying to me. You're welcome to disagree. But I will say this, is on the weekly, XRP looks great. XRP looks super healthy on the weekly. We see RSI on the weekly. We have a series of higher RSI highs. And we have a series of higher price highs. That's healthy. That's good. MACD, virtually the same thing. So that is a good sign. You definitely want to be seeing that. If you're having these bearish, arguably bearish shorter term signals, you want your long term to be looking good. Weekly looks good. There's no issues on the weekly. A lot of coins are suffering from that. When you look at the monthly here, this monthly candle all of a sudden doesn't look as bad as what we were just looking at. Monthly momentum on MACD still showing momentum increasing despite this red candle. Closing here on the monthly, still showing momentum picking up. Not a huge issue. You guys know how I feel about XRP, but that doesn't matter because charts are charts, and that's what we do here. If we see this break down, if we see XRP break down on the weekly, I would look, and this lines up it. Yep, lines up. We see that XRP, at least on whatever this is, Bitstamp, has been traded now for just over 200 weeks. October 12th being the first, I call it spawning, of the 200 weekly moving average. So we've had a 200 weekly moving average for 10 weeks. If we see a sell-off on the weekly, I would look for that 200 moving average as support. That's at 37 cents, 37.4 cents. Probably not what you guys want to hear, but it's likely to be a strong point in price. We can see that the 200 is there, and we have the previous high in February 2020 that was resistance, never really back tested as support significantly. Very close to that 200. So that is, those things combined to me suggest that that's a very strong area of support for XRP. Weekly is losing buying momentum, but this is just simply not enough to convince me at the moment that that's imminent. I'm just saying, essentially, if you see any serious downside on XRP, likely looking for a bounce at 34.6-ish. That's about it. That's about all. Ooh, okay, I do have more to say about it. 4 hours, spicy as anything. 4 hours, spicy as anything. Nice. All these moving averages right here. Unfortunately, they're right above where this local resistance is to be found likely. It does look as if XRP is going to at least attempt to get back in this wedge here in the not so long term. Don't have enough edge for me to really say anything more than that. It looks like it wants to, at minimum, come test these 4-hour moving averages as resistance. And just based on what we saw earlier, it likes this ascending trend. It's tested it on both sides multiple times, likely to return to 55 cents in my opinion. And that's really, again, for the 800th time, going to decide its fate. So I'm going to put an alert here, because that's what you want to see. You don't you've closed dailies below this trend before. You're able to get back in. You don't want to keep doing it, and if you do, you better see this again, get back in. Losing that line is going to be likely the argument for that 34.6 cent area. You lose this trend. So there we go, I'm done with XRP. That was longer than I usually do. Yo, Crypto Keeper, what's up, my man? That crow graph, dude, it'd just be a red chart. Nobody wants to just stare at that. Nobody wants to stare at a red chart. Alright, it wasn't even on the docket. It was not even on the docket. But we'll look at GRT, mostly because I know it's not going to take a long time. So here we go, the graph coin. The graph coin. The coin everyone, for God's sakes, won't shut up about. No, I'm just kidding. Well, no, that's technically true, but everybody's been talking about it. I have not really charted it. We don't have a lot of chart history, so there's very limited amounts of what we can do. At this point, let's take the highest point in price. The highest it's traded is 78.3 cents. Let's take where it started. I don't know if Binance, this is Binance, I don't know if this has the longest history. Kind of assumed they all started trading at the same time. Kind of assume that, who knows. But we see that, I guess, the first trade on Binance was at 3 cents. Not a lot of volume. So essentially there was just no coins really available to be sold into this. I have a pretty steady uptrend. Pretty steady uptrend since 1 hour, a little threatening. I don't even know a time frame to look at this on because we just don't have candles. Those moving averages are not super ideal on the 15. Take a zoomed out look. All right. I don't even want to take, I'm not even going to take 3 cents because I just feel like that's bad data. So we're going to take this first low candle right here. So that was at just under 10 cents. Yeah, that looks solid. God, I'm charting on the 15 minute. What have you guys done to me? Okay, we have our fib tool here. You know, just out of curiosity, let's drag it down to 3 cents, but I think that that's not going to give us real data. No, but it does. Okay, I'll still mark this on our chart. But for the sake of TA, we're not going to do that. Let's see. Just hasn't even reached the shallow retrace. The 236 is sitting at 47.83 cents. So it hasn't even begun in technicality a retrace yet. This is on the 15 minute, so God knows what we're going to be able to do with it. 15 minute, we do see the lowest point in RSI was back here a few hours ago. However, the lowest point in price here is in the last hour or so. So there is some kind of bullish divergence on the 15 minute. Likely the same with MACD. God. 15 minute. What have I become? Let's zoom it out a little bit. All right. So what's interesting is on this coin right here, this would be December 20th at 10 hours UTC time. That sell-off, little bounce, kind of looks like a momentum leg, but that really brought the indicators down and set the lowest low this has set so far. And so really the only thing we can play with this is we have this fib retrace here, 47.83 cents. And what we can say is if price doesn't go below here, doesn't make a new low, we're very likely to have bullish divergence. This is the lowest point in RSI. Unless we had a very, very, very strong sell-off, we're unlikely to get a lower point in RSI locally. There's likely to be bullish divergence. This is now on the 30 minute. We saw it on the 15 minute. We also see it on the 30 minute. The 30 minute though has not really shown momentum is slowing on the sell side. The hourly is, oh wow, that's spicy. The hourly is showing waning selling momentum. And in the same sense, is showing that it is likely to have bullish divergence, as the lowest point in RSI is certainly not the lowest point in price. What else can we do with this? What else can we do? Let's take a more local fib retrace maybe. There we go. More locally in the retrace, it's at the 618. A nice little bounce zone potential. Interesting. One more thing. I'm just trying to like get my bearings. There's just not a lot of work, not a lot to work with. Okay, there we go. I like that. I like that a lot. So like that. It's hard to, honestly, it's hard to say anything edgewise when we have no chart data. So pretty much anything I say here is advice, not advice. It's really just, I don't know, for people who want to gamble. I don't encourage gambling, but if I was going to gamble, which I'm not, I'd probably be looking in this 47-cent area. It's just below where price is now. 47.2 to 47.8. It does line up with quite a few of these fib, really just quite a few of these high to low fib areas. And then below that would be basically like 40 cents, something. I don't know why I agreed to do this. It's because I'm a performer and the show must go on. I'm on a 3-minute. Shout out to Mr. Rico. Like, there's not even the 4-hour, like, doesn't even really have data for anything. My God. Well, I wish you all the best of luck. Anyone investing in this, I wish you the best of luck. With something like this, man, TA is not going to have your answers, sadly. TA really depends on data. And when you don't have data, you don't really have TA. Unfortunately. I think we can have a little descending trend here. That works. Probably one more. There we go. That's gonna be it. Oh, there you go. There's your TA. There's your TA on GRT, the graph coin. Looking for a bounce of 47.2 to 47.8. It does make some sense. Lines up with some fib areas, but more importantly, it lines up with what was clearly an area that some support was built. Some support. We see it was the highest volume area as well. That breaks, then I think you're looking more at 37.5, 36, 326, something like that. Good luck. Good luck, crypto fam out there on this one. Just be careful. Remember your position size. Position sizing, it's always very important, especially in something like this. GRT, get ready, Tom. That's right. That's what it stands for. They named it after me. What's up? What you want? DT7, how you doing, brother? Mac W, welcome. Tennis Hill, I don't know if you heard earlier, but big shout out to you, buddy. It's good to see you. Let's see, Bitcoin hasn't moved. Cool. Let's look at this EGLD. So it does look like it hit our target. Broke through our target. This doesn't have a ton of history either. That's probably why I didn't look at it much. MACD on the daily. Could it be any better? Probably not. You just see a series of higher highs in price, series of higher high on MACD. Daily RSI, a little bit sketchy. Little bit, but really not that bad. The highest point in RSI is right here on the 16th of December. We have put in higher highs since. What's comforting though is that we are seeing the lows still come up on RSI, and we saw that here. We saw that here. So we've seen this happen over and over. Blasted through our target, so that's cool. I'll extend these lines, dope. So what we can look for is, actually let's zoom down to the 4-hour. 4-hour losing a little momentum on the sell side. Cool beans. 12-hour little sneaky candle. Popping back up in momentum. Well, next upside target on EGLD would be $35. Let's see if that lines up with any of this local stuff. Pretty good. Not the best. 30 $30 measured move. 30 to 35 area is what I would probably say. That box is too big. Nah, screw it, let's leave it there. But we could say, really, the only thing we can look for now is either we have more upside, we go to this 35, we break it, God knows what happens, continues on into price discovery, but if not, backward. If not, then we can look at retracement. So far, the daily looks good, so I don't necessarily think we're in retracement yet, but it's always worth looking at. 50% retracement from here lines up great with price action. Really well with price action, both on the way down and the way up. So likely to be an area of support in the event of a sell-off or retracement. 1326, that lines up great. This coin's looking pretty ridiculous, I'm not gonna lie. I don't have any of it. Transparency, 4 hours looking for a big move to the upside. MACD hopefully is as well. We see that the selling momentum in this candle is flipped to buying. It's going to need to make a big push up. Honestly, it's going to need to really push to like that 35 range, or else it's likely to face retracement. Well, these logo fibs are, and they are bullisher than the highest price. That's weird. Is what it is. I think this coin looks good. I think it looks good. So far, not seeing issues. At this point, it looks pretty. It looks probable at the 35. Pretty awesome, actually. Cool. Well, that was easy. It wasn't a lot to talk about. ZIL. Let's look at ZIL. Ooh. Look at ZIL. ZIL is just a beautiful chart. I love ZIL as well. Invert it. It looks like a head and shoulders. Look at it normally. Looks like an inverse head and shoulders. Daily, still looking good on MACD. RSI, pretty much in the condition we left it. Looking for a move up, or it's going to be in trouble. Exchange stopped updating. That's odd considering it's still counting down candles. Anybody have any idea? ZIL USD? Huh. Obviously it's calculated, that's odd. I don't know. It's still showing us new data, right? Yeah, alright, I have no idea why it's saying that then. Let's look at the 4 hour momentum on the sell side slowing down. Absolutely issues with your highs here, unfortunately. As your highest point in price is not your highest point in RSI. For now, it does not look like a huge deal. Nowhere near your 12 hours. Riding the Bollinger Band on the 4 hour. Setting up for a move. Looks like it just touched our retracement target. Nice. So it touched our retracement target and then put in a higher high. Aha. So that's some in-stream TA success. Success. That's just right in the 4-hour band. As long as it stays above it, it's in great shape. Man, I was hoping to say more about this, but weekly still looks good. Weekly RSI is still reaching up there. Oh well. If it continues on, it looks like it's continuing on. We're looking at 7.32 cents. I'm even as we've been saying literally since we started looking at this again, I'm not totally sold by this back test here on the 1st of December. Not totally sold. Could be valid. However, major support below at 2.78 cents. If you see a real sell-off. Major support. That's very likely to hold in the event that that it is tested again. I just don't like that it was like this is. I guess it's on the daily. I guess it counts. I really would have liked to see some time pass though. Oh well. All is well. All is well at this point. Indicators look good. Bollinger bands are tightening. You're on top of the 20. I guess this needs an alert. Cool. Not actually that much to say about ZIL. So let's look at UMA. I don't know what this coin is. Clearly I've charted it before because I have lines doodled on it. Let's take a look at where we are. Ooh. So we may, this is ugly and pretty. We have issues. We see we have a new high in RSI here on UMA. That happened on the 16th of December. However, at least by the wicks, we didn't have a higher high in price. Now, we might have to go by body candle closes, which I don't typically do. But let's see if, let's see, because that's going to be interesting. Okay, right at that 10. Though it did close candles higher than it did then. On the, this is on the 4-hour. That's a hard call. That is a hard call. What I can definitely say though is this formation, this descending channel, almost always breaks up. $10 above it, likely target. This is just a hard one because you see all these crazy sell-off wicks. I wouldn't trust this coin really. This actually might be due to it being a calculated chart. Might have some weirdness. But it does look like that $10 very testable. Very testable. In the short term even. I mean, we see the 4 hours already rolled over on MACD. It's above its moving averages on the hour, or on the 4 hour and the hourly. That looks pretty powerful. Yeah, $10. That's like a 14% move or so from here. It could be a solid trade. Hourly still legit. 4 hour just flipped over. 12 hour was selling and just is waning momentum. This would be a solid close. This is something I can say with confidence. This would be a very solid close for this coin today. 52 minutes to go, but this would be a really nice really nice close. Really would set it up for that $10 target. Real quick, I want to see what is that measured move though from the top to the bottom. 17. Very nice. This is likely to be the long-term target on this coin. Just about 17 to 1730. God knows how long that could take. It could be months, that could be years out. Who knows? But looking for a solid close here. Caught my attention. Let's actually look at this as a retracement. Wait a minute. All right, we see the 50% retrace at $9.19.8. Why do I keep putting this on backwards? This is driving me nuts. Brain farting. All right, so very, very likely target. Very close to price though as well. $9.19.8 for the 0.5 retracement. We have the 618 at 965. But man, if it doesn't look like it's aiming for that 10, I don't know. It really does. Wow, this is a $9.19 actually looks like a pretty historical resistance for it too. This is a strange chart. Well, edges that it will touch $9.19. Don't know if it's going to break it. If it does, obviously this $10 is going to get tested. If you start closing candles up there, it gets silly quick. $17.35, very long-term target. That's about all I have to say here. This is a weird chart. Doesn't really look like anything else, and this daily candle just popped out of nowhere with some strength, so it caught my eye. Moving on. I don't know if you're still here, Ulysses. I don't know if you're still here, buddy. You are. I just saw you. Looks like it rose for you. Was I wrong? Ah, son of a... This was looking so good. Oh, I got snaked. Sorry. Got snaked. What a bummer. This looked so solid. Had that sweet harmonic bounce. Okay, but since then it did retest 294 sats. So that's nice. At least I wasn't like blown out of the water on this one. Man. MACD. MACD showing a little bullish div on this recent low. Man, it's hard to trust though after this. This looked so good. I can't believe that didn't just keep rolling. I wonder, did it get 5-0'd? Look quick. Did this get... Why no? Strange. Well, I mean, that is what happens when you look at not a lot of chart history. On the 4-hour for Rose BTC, does show a little loss of momentum here. However, this 50 and this 20, not encouraging setup for these moving averages. Definitely don't really like the way they look. Luckily, the 100's still trending up. That's solid enough. The hourly real quick. No divergence. 12-hour looking to roll over. That's nice. Daily doesn't have enough data. 12-hour looking to roll over. That is very, very confidence building though. And okay. So now you have 239 as resistance, 255 as resistance, and 294 as resistance. Though as I zoom out, this still doesn't look bad. That same harmonic pattern we were looking at on the really small time frame. Of course, I don't know because I haven't looked. But that still looks super in play. Super in play. It tricked us out last time though, so I'm skeptical. I'm so skeptical because we had that same setup last time. It looked so good. And then it just didn't do it. There's a play here though. Is a play. What is it? I'm so trolled. It's literally like the same. It's the same setup we had right here. Literally, this is like the exact same setup. How trolly is that? It's like, I made you look dumb. Now do it again. and I will do it again. Whew. I want to see that 12-hour rollover. Rollover. Close a 12-hour above 234 sats. Man, can't give you an edge this time, Ulysses. It's the same thing as last time. It's the exact same thing. We have bullish divergence on the low, on the right side of like the same harmonic pattern that's like large, built just like painted out on a larger time frame now. It's the same setup. That's so trolly. So trolly. I have to move on before I get too angry. What did we not look at that we said we would? We looked at XRP, we looked at DOGE, looked at GRT, we looked at UMA. Looked at UMA? Yeah, we looked at UMA. UMA already like hitting our in-stream target, I'm sure, within seconds. Let's make it play a weird noise. Doge, not going to be moving. XRP, not. BCH looking to close this daily above support. I mean, this would be a solid close for BCH 320 actually. Finally fully tested. You can see this was our target. This was our target back here on the 20th of November, right? 24th of November. This is our farther upside target. Finally hitting it and rejecting. Double top. Wow, double top closes. So we might have a new resistance here on BCH. 349. We see 2 rejections and 2 candle closes on the daily there. The exact same level with a little bearish divergence. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Better close above 320. Dollar. Looked at the dollar. Looked at ZIL. What else did we miss? Andrea Fleshman. Can I speak in German? Guten Tag. Guten Tag. There you go. That's all I can do. Literally, that's as much as you get.
Them roses will be smelling sweet one day.
Mr. Ulysses, thank you, my friend. Roses, it does. Dude, thank you for the donation, dude. Very appreciated. If it hadn't faked us out with this exact setup last time, I'd be so confident. I'd be like, dude, this looks great. This looks awesome. We have like divergence. We have this harmonic. But it's the exact same thing. It's like the same setup on a higher time frame. So I'm so hesitant. But I'll agree with you, buddy. The roses, they will smell. They will smell sweet someday. That they will. South Park coin. Cage matches for people for Bitcoin. Probably not a good idea. I mean, like an entertaining idea. That'd be entertaining. But maybe not the safest. Maybe not. It's got important messages. Important news update. Not really. There's no news. We're just waiting. Why is my chat so crappy? I think we're having issues again. Dang it. Dang it, Baba. Yeah, we're dropping off. We got 350, now at 250. Only 162 likes. Must be why. YouTube's mad at us for not having enough likes. There we go. Yuma target hit. Boom. In-stream target already hit. Ta-da. All right, $10 up next. Can it make it? It's looking pretty good. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. There we go. Live target hit. I really like that 10. But that $9.19 was all but given. Easy life. It was a strange day. Strange vibe about today. You guys feel it? You know what it is? It's because the freaking thing won't tell me when people subscribe. It's taken so much of the joy out of my stream. That's like my favorite part is like bling. Then to be somebody subscribed, then I could be like, yo, dude, you're the man. But now we don't get to do that. It's frustrating. Funny colors. What's up, brother? How you doing? There goes GRT. Womp womp. Womp 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 womp. Still kind of close, but where could we even look for support? That was a solid place to look for it. That's the problem with such little chart history. Is you just don't really get much. That's it. That's like the only place I can see anyone Looking for support. Yeah, it's just a weird vibe today, man. It has to do though. It has to. I hate it. I'm so mad that the alerts aren't working. It really triggers me. Good tip though, Chris Johnson. I didn't set an alert for this one. You know what I'll do? I'll set an alert down here. That way, if it really falls, we'll know. And I'll know to flip back to it. Tis selling off a bit, it seems. UMA just powering. Up to that $10. It's live in front of our eyes. Go on, buddy. You got it. Get out. Go on, get on. Get on, get out. Go get yourself that 10. It also just makes it quieter without the alerts. It just makes it quieter. There used to be all these loud noises going off, and they would kind of keep me awake and focused, and they reminded me to tell people to subscribe, because now I forget because I'm not being reminded. So I guess I'll remind you, please subscribe if you haven't yet. Make sure you're in the Discord. Catch our live daily streams. You can catch our in-stream targets being hit. Our example today, UMA right here, already hit our first target. Likely, this is like really the target though, this 10. Likely, probable to see that 10 shortly. We got that $9.19 real quick. That did not take long. This is what we do every day, every single day. You can join us if you're in Discord. Ah, Nexo. I forgot about Nexo. I wanted to look at Nexo. Nexo blindsided me. Not only did it not backtest the 25 cents that I wanted, it also didn't stop at the 50 cents that I was expecting. Okay, maybe now we'll go back 25. No. Instead, going all the way to our 75-cent target. The one that like wasn't even a target, because I was like, I doubt it will just go straight there. Just defied gravity. Decided to do it anyway. RSI is coming down on the 4-hour. MACD still selling. Unfortunately, we haven't seen that slow down yet. But this pullback in on the daily here, as we were saying in the beginning of the episode about Bitcoin and how movements, the more volatile they are in a smaller time frame, the more they drag these indicators down. Same with pumps, pushing them up, and the more likely they are to create bullish, well, this in this case would be bullish divergence. So that may be what it's looking for here. See a really low swing on the hourly RSI. Perhaps the lowest swing ever. July 15th, 2020 was the previous lower RSI swing back here. I don't even know if I have targets for this now. It hit all my targets. It hit all of our targets, man. Where do we go? Does like make, maybe we're back testing this like 50, 47.5 area as a 618. I don't know. I have underestimated this coin over and over again. So might as well just not say anything on this. There we go. All right, boom. This is what I was waiting for. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. Give yourselves a round of applause for being here. Our target got smashed. Nice. This is what we do every day, guys. For a single day. Setting targets, smashing them. This one was exceptional. I'll give it to myself. This one was exceptional. Boom. Live, recorded. I actually don't even know what price it was at when we first looked at it. Don't matter. All day, every day, boys. All day, every day. Certainly not always right, but when I'm right, I'm right. That's all I have to say about it. Sweet. Set another alert. See what happens. The best is when it hits the targets and then it sells off. That's the best. Because then it's like, yep. Alright, let's look at DCR. I forgot about DCR. DCR looking fancy. Maybe not so fancy. Higher high, lower high in RSI. MACD's okay. With that test though of this $24.85 / $25, whatever, support, we've now tested 38.50 as resistance twice, rejected. Does look like maybe we're looking for a higher low here. Close a candle. This is really the exact same thing we've been saying because it keeps doing this. Close a candle above 38.47 on the daily. You got 71.15. Boom. Easy as that. Easy. Right, easy. Lol. Not really. Just gotta close a daily. Haven't done it. Ooh, this is saying a little higher. Maybe we'll make it a box. There we are. Not a lot of TA there. Oh well. There either is or isn't. There's really, you don't get anything else. Can't force it. Don't force it. Feel it. It's showtime. Did Bitcoin, did the exchange crash? Has this not moved at all this entire time? I'm getting another trading view alert. Did it break up again? Yes, UMA broke up again. So let's take a look at our upside targets. $13.13. Next resistance. Measured move. Way higher. Measured move brings us way over to our long-term target that we're talking about literally in this episode. Not probable that that's where it's going right now, but that was a crypto, man. Anything can happen. 13 would be my next. So maybe close the daily here on UMA. You close the daily here on UMA above 10. Then you're looking real good. This is almost a 3 bullish methods, but it isn't. There's 4 candles. Kind of strange. It's going to come down to the close. You close it above 10, all of a sudden you're in Wonderland. You're looking for higher. Close it below, you're likely to see some kind of retracement. 28 minutes to go. There we go. 28 minutes to go. GRT. Well, it did trade underneath our guesstimated support. Not looking too bad. Not looking too bad. 30 minutes still hasn't slowed down though. Chill out 30 minute. Yep, you really want to see GRT. You'll want to see it close above 47.8 cents in the next 28 minutes. That's what you want. I mean, if you want to see it go up, that's what you want. There's just no way to chart any of this. Forgot about KSM. Let's check out KSM. Okay. Wonder when the last time we looked at this was. Probably quite some time ago. Back tested 44, retested 60. How are your highs looking? So here's the first question. How are your highs looking? Fine. Your highs looking fine. This is a lower high, so you don't have bearish divergence. That's a solid. That's a plus on the KSM side. And what do you got on your lows? Not much. Not much. All right, daily. Not too interesting. 50 moving average on the daily coming up to meet 44.8 support. This doodle may have been too bearish. We'll see. Still a solid doodle. Solid old doodle. A little smaller time frame maybe. 4 hour resting on the 200 moving average. That's good. That's good. When we're moving up, everything else turning down. Likely to bounce. Let's just say this about KSM. In the short term. Likely to bounce. But not seeing signs yet of retaking that 60 level. Not yet. Does look healthy though. This chart looks good. I don't know if it's ready yet though. There's only one thing to do. Put alerts. If I didn't have trading view alerts, I don't know what I would do with my life. Never remember anything. I feel like we've done a lot. We've looked at a lot. We've done a lot. What else can we do? We have 24 minutes till the close. And prices stayed. It did, I guess it touched our green box. But prices stayed in our neutral trading zone the entire episode. Boring. Those bands are tightening up though. We definitely looked at ELGD and XRP and GRT and KSM and Nexo and DCR and DOGE and Bitcoin Cash briefly. Had a bunch. All day, every day. Looks like target hit and rejection into close. That'd be my guess with this. I don't have high hopes that it will close above 10 today. Doubt it. Would like to see it close above that 919 area. That'd be decent. Decent. But do not have high hopes above 10. That's gonna be tough. But honestly, man, you look at this coin and it's like, I don't own any of this. I don't even know what it is. You look at this coin and you think, well, it does some pretty ridiculous crap. So like these are some crazy wicks and you see them all the time. There's like more candles with ridiculous wicks than there are not. So I'd like to see it close above there. That'd be nice. Let's add this number. You can see on the daily this has been a meaningful number. Meaningful value, price level, whatever. That would be solid to close there. Will we get it? I don't know. Hourly still looks strong though. 3 hour looks strong. It's the 4 hour that just rolled over and gave us this run, which is nice. Definitely nice. Yeah, I don't know. This is just up in the air. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep an eye. Bitcoin doing nothing. I feel like it's like frozen, like the exchange or the data, even though the price is moving. Now this is what we're definitely looking at here. Certainly we're looking at this. Certainly threatening a bear flag of some kind. As we see the highs coming down, we have 2 visible on the hourly. Yep, visible on the hourly. So we have two lower highs, 2 higher lows. So this is forming bear flag of some kind. But if you guys are regular Tom Crown watchers, you guys know I don't really give any weight in crypto or in Bitcoin. Really don't give any significance to bear or bull flags. It goes both ways. They just don't really work out. I just don't believe that they do. When I say believe, I mean through my observation, I have not really seen a correlation between bull flags and breakups and bear flags and breakdowns. If anything, the opposite. Maybe more. I feel like I've seen more bull flags break down than up, and I've seen more bear flags break up than down. That's just me. What I don't like, though, as we said in the beginning of the episode, but at this point that was hours ago, the 4 hour. The 4 hour. I don't like. I was really hoping, really hoping that we could get this 4 hour close. We do have 19 minutes. I was really hoping we could get a close above 23,360 so we could get back on top of the Bollinger Bands here on the 4 hour. When we zoom out, we've seen, we do lose the 4 hour. We have lost it on the way up. It's not the end of the world. It's just it has the ability to really smash price around. So was hoping we get that close. It even looks like the 1 hour might be rejecting on the middle band here as well. That's where this red candle started and the last candle, previous hourly candle closed. It's driving me nuts. But we're still just in the boring trading range that we picked out. So is what it is. I guess we'll just wait till close. I don't know. We got 20 minutes. How are you guys feeling? We only have 250 watching. I mean, that's a lot of people. I love every one of you. Appreciate each and every one of you. That's pretty low viewership for us. Oh, I'm not complaining. Just odd. Usually we've been doing 400 average. Wonder where everybody is. I guess it's just not that interesting right now. Oops, I did that one twice. Love you too, Marcus. What's up, Car Ken? Hong Lee. Positive, Mr. Johnson. Benno to Pilot. Urkel. Urkel 30, I don't know. Clicko, bullish on XRP. What's up, Mike? Mario. Let's see, Ryan Baxter. Are you able to provide any thoughts on a bear take concerning concentration risk of 2% accounts controlling 98% of the available amount of Bitcoin? My thoughts on that. So let me start. Clearly, I'm not a fan. Like I'm not a fan of concentration of supply. So I'm not a fan of kind of that disproportion that you're pointing out. But I certainly am not afraid of it. Certainly, it's not a concern of mine. I guess I'll frame it this way. Frame it this way for you. This is the way I see it. Everyone's welcome to see it whatever way they see it. This is what I see. What that translates to is that 98%, and if those are the numbers, I don't know if those are the numbers. Could be. Sounds more like dollars, haha. Whatever the numbers might be, because I actually don't know. Whatever the numbers are, this is how I see it, is the more Bitcoin, the more of the supply you own, any actor, actor being person in the space with Bitcoin, any actor has incentive for the price to go up. The larger or the more or the greater amount that actor has, the more incentive they have for price to go up. So if that is true, and I'm sure there's some terrible, I'm sure there's some accurate but uncomfortable statistic about what percent of wallets control what percent of the total supply of Bitcoin, I would take comfort in that whoever those people are that own those whatever percent, those people have the most to lose. Those people have the greatest incentive for Bitcoin to do well. So I don't see that as bearish. That means that those people have not only have lots of money, but they have a reason for Bitcoin to succeed or to continue going up. They don't want it to go down because for them it's a way larger loss, way larger hit than it is for us. That's my thoughts on it, basically. It's an interesting question, though. Thanks for mixing it up. Yeah, I don't know if those values were correct or not. I was just repeating what he said. And I'm sure there's some, I don't know what the statistic is. I'm sure you can find it. But it's certainly not distributed evenly. I mean, clearly. "13 minutes till close and not a lot going on." No problem, Ryan. It was a cool question, dude. Like I like answering. I like answering those kind of things. Like, just my opinion. I like the thought process behind it. So it looks like the daily is going to close. We only have 13 minutes. Sure, something could happen. But it looks like the daily is going to close with the first signs of momentum waning on the buy side. As you were looking at the beginning of the episode, 12-hour continuing to show the same, just now approaching zero, I suppose, in the next candle. That's about right. 12-hour 20 is at 21,250. You know what? I'm going to do a rare take here. I'm going to throw Stotch on. Add a symbol. I'm going to throw Stotch RSI on. I don't do this often. But when I do, take a look here. 12-hour moving down. 1 day moving down. That's a little spooky. Yeah, 4 hour. Pretty bearish. That's why we don't look at Stotch on the 4 hour. Look at some other daily time frames. All right, 2 days still moving up. Still moving up. 4 day. Ooh, here we go. Here we go. I was looking for something and I found it. As I cautioned earlier in the episode, if you ever go looking for something on a chart, you'll find it. Doesn't matter what it is, you'll find it. 4 day Stotch, pausing at 50, crossing back over. Interesting. You'll notice if you look back at Stotch, not a super common thing to happen. Rarely. Put it this way, the last time on the 4 day, we saw Stotch essentially halt at the 50 and reverse was back here. And this was to the downside. So you can see that this is not common, but it can be a very powerful thing. This is the last example I see that looks similar. Right here, November. Okay, November 17, right here looks similar. Right before it popped up to the all-time high. So on a large time frame like this is not something we see often. That's basically what I'm saying. We have 10 minutes to close this candle. So wow, it's really good we're looking at the 4 day. 4 day closes in 10 minutes as well. So let's take a look actually at it in depth. Doge. Not a really interesting 4 day close, but we do see that momentum on the 4 day looks good. RSI has a little issue. Don't have a higher high. Need to see continuation in the next 4 day candle and RSI pushed up higher. Stotch may be suggesting that's possible. We close today right here. We're gonna close with these crossed. That's pretty solid. Pretty solid for such a long time frame. Yo, Mr. Wolfpack, how you doing, brother? How you doing? Good to see you, my man. Hope you're doing well. Get rid of Stotch because you don't use that on low time frame. Do it. 9 minutes till close. Bearish divergence on the highs on the 15-minute. Boom, boom. And on the 5-minute, spicy. Do a little low time frame TA while we wait, because what else are we gonna do? Yeah, that works. Eight minutes and counting. Oh, Rose. Beautiful Rose. Get out of here. So. Oh, boys. Oh, boys. Oh, boys. Oh, boys. Oh, about to get excited. This isn't confirmed yet. We have not seen this confirm, but holy bolies. It's looking a little interesting. The music shut off. Yep, it did shut off. I've been using Pretzel Player for years. I just updated it, and now it's just such crap now. I'm gonna say it. I've sung their praises. I've sung their praises for a long time. And I don't know if I can anymore. They like re-released the app, and now it just doesn't work right. Constantly stops playing music for some reason. I don't know. Oh, goodness. Come on. Come on. How awesome would that be? How awesome would that be? 15-minute time frame TA. Come on, give it a bounce. Give it a bounce, bud. Send it right back. Give it a whack. We'll, need another alert now. Uma looking good though, looking solid on the close. Definitely not the 10 close we would have been ideal, but that 919 looking pretty solid. DCR not doing anything. Zill not really doing anything. Not really doing anything. Dollar looking like crap. I'm just gonna close solid. Ooh, Bitcoin Cash in the last few minutes here of this daily looks like it sold under support. It's not gonna be a clean. It's not gonna be a clean close. You can see last time this happened, closed under support, was shot right back down to actually the 200 daily moving average, which is at 257 right now. Not ideal. XRP not looking strong into this close either right now. Womp womp womp. Do it. Do it, GRT. Do it for the vine. Four minutes. Big rain. Yo, what's up, Tom G? Do it for the vine. I ain't gonna do it. Lizard King, what's up, brother? How you doing, bro? Good to see you. I wonder if people tuned out from the stream because there's no music. I imagine it is kind of weird with no music when I'm talking. Last few minutes of the corn here. Moving on down. Testing our nothing's happened trading range. Haven't broken it yet. Sweet. False alarm, guys. Mortal. This is looking all right. 22793. Looking all right. It's not the best close. Like, it's not a close that's awesome. It's not the worst close. Uh-oh. Did we get it, though? Three minutes. Really would like it to close 22826 for the 4-day that we just kind of noticed. But I'll take 22793. And the difference between them is like 0.01%. But it's meaningful to me. Last 2 minutes, now just selling off underneath. Here we go. Here we go. Are you gonna get spicy here? Silky smooth. Alejandro Perez. Hey, this is Bitcoin ASMR, buddy. This is Bitcoin ASMR. It's part of the value. The calming presence. Oh, that's a fugly hourly candle, isn't it? Womp. 1 minute, 55 seconds. Let's just flip it on the phone. Why not? It's part of the value. It's all value. Speaking of value, check out the Patreon. 2021's coming up. Great time to sign up. Invest in yourself. 100 patrons strong. There we go. We're getting some viewers back now that it's getting spicy. Spicy into the close. People are joining us again. Just in time for me to chill. Alright. Alright. Did not expect this. Did not expect this in the last 5 minutes. You can see it was like perfect until the last 5 minutes of this daily. The last 5 minutes of this 4-day candle, it was perfect. And the last 5 minutes, it's changing it up. Ah, the beautiful Mala's here. Welcome, Mala. Welcome. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Missed you. Don't be a stranger. 20 seconds. Join Patreon for 24/7. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Mala. Shill it. Shill it up. 5 seconds. Looking like we're probably going to close right here. There we go. Not the close we wanted. It's the close we got. Let's take a look. Lower RSI low here on the 15 minute. Lower RSI low on the 30 minute. Okay. Okay, this could be not so terrible. Lower on the 30 minute. Not lower on the hour. Okay. Spicy. That was interesting. Did not expect that. Let's take a look at that 4-day close. Skunked into the 4-day close. That stinks. In the last 5 minutes. The last 5 minutes of a 96-hour candle. Turns red. Boo. Boo. I wanted that close. Let's see how Stotch is. Still solid though. Still closed with a cross. I'll take it. I'll take it. That 4 hour looks, or the 4-day looks weirdly better than everything else. Let's look at our 12-hour close. How did you close? Like crap, but possibly a little. That could be the setup of a reversal. We'll see. Here the 12 hours telling us just flip to sell. Not ideal. Look at that day. Not the daily close we wanted. We locked in that waning momentum candle, or waning momentum histogram candle. Not ideal. Somewhat confirmed bearish divergence on our highs here. Well, somewhat. It validated it. Validated it here with that close. Let's take a look at that week. Week's still looking pretty fine, not gonna lie. 4 hour selling momentum has not slowed. It's continuing. Uncomfortable position. Gotta be honest, guys. Uncomfortable position to see a rejection from the 4 hour Bollinger Band combined with selling momentum. Not slowing down. Not great. Not great. Hmm. It's like an rejection from the Bollinger Bands on the hourly and the 4-hour. It's not a great sign. But the 30 is nice and tight. 30-minute bands nice and tight, looking for a move. 15-minute even more so. Luckily, the 15-minute and the 30-minute have some kind of bullish divergence going on. Potentially. If it stops selling. might not get that though. I do see the 2 hours. The 2 hours showing a weird story. Showing that there has been quite a bit of selling momentum, that makes sense. But that it's been waning for the last 6 hours, which is odd because we don't really see that anywhere else. I guess on the hourly we saw it. But let's say 10 hour picking up momentum, though, is right near that middle band. Did it touch it? Nope, very close though. Five hours still picking up momentum. 6 hours still picking up momentum. 7 hours still picking up momentum. 8 hour, there we go, that's close. But still picking up momentum. Going to create divergence if it bounces here, that wouldn't be bad. Hard call. Hard call. $20.5. I don't know, boys. I don't know. Bitcoin looks like it's gonna bounce into this new day, but not necessarily meaning the whole day is gonna be good. This looks like it's getting a little relief here. Not really sure. Not really sure what's going on into tomorrow. Not positive. This is not the candle close we're looking for by a hair. By just a hair. There it is, 2-day. The 2-day bear just closed bearish engulfing. That's not good. Weirdly though, not reflecting that momentum. Closed bearish engulfing, yet still shows momentum is increasing. Very odd. GRT bounces here. Will live on in infamy forever. In my own mind. Cool. UMA got the close. Solid close, not the best close, but solid close. Closed above that 1918. Solid. That should have been pretty rough battle for it. It did hit our $10 target live on stream. That's at least like a 20% gain or something live here. Something along those lines, because it was absolutely below 918. It was 8 something. I mean, I'll take one awesome live trade per stream. I'll take it. ELGD, just to recap, looks like it's heading for that 30 to 35 zone. Not seeing any issues here with it. Dollar looks like crap. Stop trading. DOGE, Decent close. Daily momentum still moving. Excellent. BCH got a crap close. Looks like it's going to try to bounce here. Back test 319. If it follows the pattern of last time this happened, it should wick and then get sold off back down. Hopefully this time bouncing at 273. Something like that. As low as 257 at the 200 daily, which is what happened last time. Bearish div on those highs. XRP. Wow, maybe for the first time on the 4 hour here in quite some time, slowing down, but the daily, that daily close is ugly. You can see that it did close with selling momentum increasing. God knows. God knows. $53.58 on XRP today, very likely at some point. Oh boys. This is just going to be the screenshot. This will just be like my thumbnail screenshot for the next ever. If it literally just bounces right here and makes a new high. Forever. This will be my thumbnail. You know, I'm even going to take a picture of it and put it in the Discord. Speaking of the Discord, make sure you're in the Discord. Make sure you're in there. You can keep up with our daily live streams. We're live every day. Right here going through coins. Checking out the TA. No BS. Just TA. Yeah, it's looking pretty mild right now. I just want this to work out. I just want this to play out now. I don't have any GRT, so I don't have any skin in this. But I want this to work out now. For ego, I guess. Ego's sake. Not a common theme around here. That UMA dude. WTF. Alright. Alright. Looks like we had quite a few people join Discord. Not that many. A good amount, maybe 10. Welcome to everybody who joined Discord this episode. It's great to have you. We're live every day. We're going to be live tomorrow. Make sure you're in the Discord. YouTube constantly shadow bans us. You won't be able to find us. The only way will be through the Discord. So make sure you're in there. Make it sure you're in there. While you're at it, new month, new year's coming up. Might as well shill it quick. New year's coming. If you're looking for one-on-one crypto trading, mentoring, exclusive technical analysis, trade setups, macro market analysis, check out the Patreon. Shirkadeer. I advise you though, Patreon does bill when you sign up and at the first of the month, so waiting until January 1st, not a terrible idea. I just don't want anyone to get blindsided by it. Be like, why did it charge me again? I don't want anybody to get tricked. But check it out. If it sounds valuable to you, go for it. Nice, we did get quite a few subscribers despite it not telling me. Totally not AA. I thought you said you had too many. Dude, I literally did not say the word patron for like a week and a half. because we had so many people sign up at the start of this month. Now we finally have caught up. I think I finally caught up with all of the one-on-ones with all the new people. And if I haven't gotten to them, well, let's put it this way. If I haven't caught up on all of them, they have one scheduled for this month. So like we're caught up in that sense. We can open the doors back up to our exclusive patron club. Exclusive. But it's true. We did have we had so many people join that I like literally stopped shilling it because I could not handle it. Now we're good. Now we're caught up. Mala, you focus on your exams, darling. Don't you worry. We'll take care of Bitcoin. You focus on your exams. That's more important. Scott Lux, where have you been, dude? We looked at GRT for more time than it deserves today, right? More time than it deserves. Equibit Gaming, thanks for subscribing, bro. It's good to have you here. And John Melia, welcome as well. It's annoying because we used to get these alerts. It was like one of my favorite parts of streaming. Now it's not doing it. So thank you for telling me and thank you for doing it. It's awesome to see our family grow. Fraudy. I'm sorry, I can't tell you what to do with your investment, buddy. That's up to you. Totally not AI. How many one-on-ones per person per month? Well, there's not really. We don't really have that defined at this point. Some people don't do them at all. Some people take advantage of them a lot. I'm one person, so I only have so many hours in a day, 24. The meetings are typically an hour. So if I never slept, I could do 24 a day every day. Not going to do that. So far we've been doing one every day, and then we do about 6 or 7 on the weekend or on Sundays. And that's caught us up. It's caught us up pretty well. I wish I could offer more, but I literally just like only have so many hours. I am a hologram, yes. That I am. I am a hologram. Oh, here's... two... I can't call it yet. But if we had a second epic in-stream call, that would make it a good episode. 2 in one episode, though, that's a lot. Better be in the /r crypto. I am banned from the subreddit. r/crypto. Fun story. Not really a fun story at all. They just banned me for posting my videos there. Is what it is. I'm not sure what people are supposed to post. I guess it's only okay to post other people's original content. I don't know. I'm just not. Don't know. So if you're listening, r/cryptocurrency mods on Reddit, please unban me. I want to post my videos. I don't post, I mean, I don't make crappy videos and I'm not chilling stuff. It's good content. It's educational. It would be an improvement. Let's see, what else? We're going to have to look at other upside targets on Doge because it is looking... It's looking... Rard. Ready. It's kind of sloppy though. I don't like that one. Let's check it on the... You know what? Let's check quarterly. We have enough data. Definitely. I like this chart. Well, man, Doge had a good close. Closed above previous resistance. Tested resistance. Rejected. Held its gains for the day. Nice close. Unlike Bitcoin Cash. Doing something similar, but not getting the good close. Pushed up to test a monthly resistance that it just barely missed in November. Before, absolutely rejecting, similar to November 25th, closing under the exact same level as it did last time. Not a hot close. Bearish divergence on its highs as well. Not a good outlook. I mean, looking to test 273 to 250 area. If it repeats what it did last time, we're bouncing. Not looking great. GRT, just do it. All right, seems pretty chill now. The graph, yo, Ja, where have you been, Ja? I'm like just wrapping it up, and now you're jumping in, just as I'm like wrapping up. Oh, you just jumped in. I was talking. You've been here for a little bit. Not long enough. What'd you miss? Everything. Everything. Yes. Bayram, I'm an alien. That is new. I don't know who said it. They asked me to look at theta. You know, I would. I like looking at theta. I haven't looked at it in a while. But I'm wrapping it up. It's time for me to eat dinners. It's time for me to play with the puppy. Pay attention to the girl, or she murders me in my sleep. Thank you, crypto character. Appreciate it, buddy. I still try not to. I don't like doing it, but if that's your job, then it's your job. I'm not a big ball sizer, to be honest. Bob Mo. Yeah, going out strong now, dude. I'm wrapping up. Sorry, everybody. People are like, "Yeah, you're still going." No, we're wrapping up. I was just kind of like reading some of the chat, seeing what some of the new people are saying. But yeah, Discord. Also, make sure you're subscribed. We just hit 15,700 subscribers this episode. We ticked over the odometer this episode. Thank you so much. But if you're not subscribed, please do so. Hit that bell. Make sure you're in Discord. We're going to be live tomorrow, I hope. I hope you join us tomorrow. That I do. Live every day. while you're at it, you can check out the Discord too. So I'm done. I love you guys. Jump in the Discord. Do it. Do it for the Vine. You can do it. And I'll catch you tomorrow. I'll probably catch you in Discord if you're there. I'm always on Discord, so peace out.